We're 3 days out. We're 2 days out. We're 1 day out. I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm so excited. We're going all in. I'm so scared. The surgeon is so nice. He has a lot of experience, and like obviously he's taken his notes as to like what he thinks will look good, as to like what I want. I had a video consult with him last year actually, like on FaceTime, and that's when he was like, okay, like come into the office. And I went into the consult in person and it was like great. Scheduling just didn't work with like graduation. Didn't do it last year. And then fast forward to this year, probably March, and I'm like, I need to do it again. Like, I just need to do it. I contacted them again. I didn't have to go in for another in-person consult. I had already done that, and so they were like, you don't need to. Eventually scheduled the surgery. It was actually super last minute. Like, I'm mentally prepared for the end of May because they said likely there will be like cancellations and last minute you'll be able to get in. Really just sealed the deal about like 5 days ago. Decide, even though I hate doing this, but here's the real deal. So in the consults, he was really good. He took notes. I knew all the terms that he was talking about, and I'll just use the technical terms in case anybody's like wanting to do this. Dorsal hump reduction, which basically is just like remove the bump. You would deproject the tip, which basically like this part is like the tip. You'd like push it back, obviously like not like that. And they do some other stuff that I don't necessarily know the technical terms to. Osteo something grafts, when they remove a hump and they break down the nose, they have to legit break the nose and like get rid of the bone. If you think about it, like pushing down, like breaking down the nose, it can make this part of your nose thicker. So they break it down and then they take it in from the sides, which I think that has something to do with like the grafts. And they'll also just like slightly take that in. I'm a psycho. He's gonna be like, hopefully he's not insulted, because then I'll be like sad. But literally for my peace of mind, I'm like gonna hand him this tomorrow. I'm gonna fold it up and be like, I'm handing you this for peace of mind for myself, or else I'll go crazy. You don't even have to read it. I know that you're extremely talented and have notes, and I know that you know what to do. However, if I don't give you this, I might have an anxiety attack before I go under. Thank you. And then that's what's gonna happen. So that's what I'm gonna tell him. Basically, what this is just like me saying like what I want, things that I like, what I don't want, something that I don't like. I know that like when you go and do these types of things, like it's not gonna be perfect, and I'm well aware of that. Like if I read this, like it's just general like guidelines. I'm a psycho. But I'm so nervous. I'm about to go take my last shower for a week. Ew. I'll take baths, but you just can't get your cast on your nose wet. Here I go. Wish me luck. I'm freaking out. It's the morning of, I'm so excited, but I'm so nervous. Like I slept for no more than 2 hours. I was like causing myself an anxiety attack for literally no reason. Like I genuinely don't know why, because everybody's like, it's okay. Like it's not gonna be that painful. But like, I think what's scaring me is the fact that like you just wake up, and right when you wake up, like you feel something. It's not like a gradual, I don't know. But I'm leaving my house in 10 minutes. Wish me luck.
Friends working today?
No. Back. Got a cold cloth, neck pillow, splint, or cast, gauze for like if it drips out. The mask is just keeping the gauze up. My eyes are so bad. Sorry for the blood. I bruised way worse than I feel like a lot of people do, but I don't even care. We were hibernating in Michael's room for like most of the day after the surgery, and then because it was so cold down there and I was so hot. But we moved up to my room. It's like, what time is it? 9. Whoa, why is my calculator open? It's like 9:07. Michael's here. Say hi. He's keeping me company. He just came up. I just was able in the last hour to finally like muster up the effort to like go on my phone and like do this. Before this, I was out all day. Like I feel like I got hit by a bus. Couldn't even move. Couldn't even talk. My arm is still shaking right now though. But yeah, I like was so exhausted. I still am, but like this is the best I've been. I didn't eat anything, but I just had to take my antibiotic, and he was like, don't take it on an empty stomach, like you could get sick. So I had to have 2 Hoodsy cups. Those are so good though. You can't even see my mouth moving, so this is probably like I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah, I'm still like slightly out of it. I was gonna say something. Oh, so before surgery they gave me a nausea patch on the back of my ear over here for like the anesthesia, like nausea, because I get really motion sick, and so they're like, oh my god, get this, it'll help. So that's helped me a lot, because I know that a lot of people get nauseous. If you do, make sure you do that if you ever do surgery. Like, I don't even know if you know this, so I'll tell you at the same time as my watchers. When I came out of surgery, I'll like detail the surgery experience like tomorrow or like the next day, but when I came out of surgery today, when you're coming out of anesthesia, I was freaking out, and I was like fighting the people, and they had to restrain me, and it took them 45 minutes, and it said that 4 people had to hold me down. Did you know that, Mike?
No.
Yeah, and so my arms, when I woke up, they were so sore, and I was like, why is my arm sore? Did this one have an IV too? She's like, no, that's probably sore from the restraining. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then she's like, oh my god, yeah, that's why you've been here for like so long. Like after the surgery, I was probably there for like 3 or 4 hours. And usually you're only there for like 2 maybe even. And I was there for like double, because I was like literally did not want to come out of the anesthesia. Like my body just did not want to wake up, and like when they were trying to like get me up, I was like literally fighting them. See you soon. We're on day 2. I look crazy.
Oh, this is on now?
This is the vlog. My boyfriend is here, and he brought me presents and brownies and biscuits and gifts for my birthday.
Yeah.
Because he's so nice like that. And I'm doing, I just look bad. I feel okay, but I'm stuffy. I'm able to like get up and talk and like walk around. Yesterday I was like completely dead because of like the anesthesia and all the medicine, and I was just like tired. Today I actually feel normal. I just like look crazy, but I'm actually feeling good. It's day 3. My eyes look a little bit better, but a little bit worse. Congestion is at an all-time high. My whole face has a ton of pressure. I stopped taking the painkillers that they gave me though, because like no need. So naturally I'm suffering a little more, but Tylenol, extra strength, some ice, some water in my messy ass room. We're doing good though. Hi guys, we're on day 4 of recovery. Face is looking a little bit, I guess, better. My cheeks are so swollen. It looks like I just got my wisdom teeth out. I'm so clogged. But I've been using a spray that he said to use like so many times a day. Oh, my brother can hear me vlogging. My eyes are like color-wise not as bad. Like if you see, they're still really swollen, but oh, and it's my birthday. What's killing me the most is that it's perfect weather outside and I just can't go outside. And like there's nothing that I want more than on my birthday than to tan outside. But yeah, we're doing good. Gonna go eat some mac and cheese.
As he tries to get back on the floor, make sure you stay in. They're all gonna be. So with Kristina, of course.
My cheeks are still so chipmunky. I tried to eat chicken cut up into the tiniest pieces. Not working. I also, since I'm so stuffy, I like can't taste anything.
That's like really bad. No more colored candles. They smell so bad.
Day complete.
Birthday socks.
All done. My skim socks. Okay, bye. Day 4. It is day 5. My cheeks are so swollen and puffy still, but my eyes are looking so good. I'm still super nasally and congested, and like my forehead is still swollen too. Like it like hurts to touch. The one thing that's like still like kicking me is like my stomach has just been like really not it. So I'm not really helping myself with my breakfast over here, but it's okay because I tried to eat normal food yesterday, like chicken, and it was even cut up so tiny, but like still, I don't know, it wasn't working. I don't know if like when I stand for too long I get nauseous because of like I haven't been eating real food and like my diet is like crumbling me at the seams, or if because like it has something to do with like actually like medically what's going on in my body. But oh, let me show. Can you tell a difference? I don't know yet. I can't see, so. This is my little station. I have the tape that I use with some gauze. This is the bacitracin that you're supposed to put on 3 to 4 times a day on the stitches on your nose and on the back of my ear. And then this is the saline spray that I was supposed to use like legit a dozen times a day, like spray into your nose. And then I have like tissues, obviously, just because you're like not supposed to blow your nose, but you're supposed to like exhale it out. And then they just gave me another inhaler because I have asthma. Tweezers, Q-tips for cleaning purposes. Day 6, and today I'm telling you everything that people don't tell you. My cheeks are still huge. I really don't recall anybody telling me that I was gonna get chipmunk cheeks and have a square face, but here we are. The hat is in attempts to try and hide my appearance so that I could go for a car ride without people being like, what happened in that girl's face? The next thing that I don't think I've heard ever anyone say, I have lost my taste. I'm actually having a heart attack as I speak about it. As of this morning, I went to eat the eggs that I cooked for breakfast and I was like, oh my god, I can't taste this at all. Leading up until today, like the past like 2 days maybe, foods tasted a little like flavorless, and so I was like, oh, that's like probably just because I can't smell it. No. So couldn't taste a single lick of anything today, and it does not help when I go to Google that this can happen and it can last weeks. Pray for me if that happens. But the bruising in my eyes, I can't even look at my cheeks, that's why I'm doing this, has gotten so much better. Like I've been holding back sneezes for like 3 days and it's really hard. I'm talking so funny still. That's one thing. Your top lip is legit numb for so long. Like it just moved my bottom mouth. When it's healing, I assume, my eyes and my nose are so itchy. So I felt like I've had chicken pox all day also. The last thing that I can think of right now is your ears. So since you're so clogged and you can like only breathe through your mouth, which is like common, like everybody knows that, I feel like your ears pop all the time. And it's why I hate talking. I love talking, but I hate talking during this because my ears pop. Like when the pressure, it just is so unbalanced. It's like, I'm not complaining, I'm just like sharing my story so that you can expect, because some of these things I feel like I just like didn't know, or like a lot of people maybe just like don't lose their taste, and like of course I'm the rare case in which people do. I don't know, but that's an unfortunate one. I am taking my final bath tonight. I just like really want to wash my hair and like stand under running water. It's day 7. I'm going to get my cast off right now with my mom. She's coming with me for fun. My cheeks are still huge, which is bothering me, but whatever. And I'm bringing this little sheet with me. I forgot to tell you guys, he was like, he texted me the other day and he was like, oh my god, I forgot to tell you, please bring your little mood board that you made. That is so cute. I loved it. And I'm like, and I was like, oh my god, I was like so nervous that you were gonna be offended. I'm so glad you liked it. And he was like, that's the cutest thing ever. And I was like, oh. Off I go to get the cast removed. Guys, I can't look at myself from the front view with my nose, at least, because it's so swollen and thick, and my nose was not thick from the front like before surgery, and it's only thick because it's swollen, and I know that, but I just literally cannot look at myself. It's like making me like scared and like sad. So I'll like show you from the side. We'll talk like this. My face is so yellow from the bruising. It takes a year for it to look normal. Let me show you this other girl, and you could see all the different months, how it actually took so long for it to settle. Even 2 months versus like a year or 11 months is so much different, and I'm at 1 week, not even 2 months. The process of him taking off the splint kind of hurt. He took off the stitches, and then he like cleaned the inside of the nose, which was like, oh. But like then again, it doesn't hurt any more than like the dentist at sometimes, or like lip filler or whatever. So, and it was all quick. So you guys, I was sweating. Like I was dripping sweat, like got so lightheaded. They were like, oh my god, like his little like nurse, she was so cute. She gave me like a juice box and like some crackers because I was legit dying. But then we made it out. It's just because I haven't eaten anything today. I'm probably like, oh my god, she's so dramatic, just show your face. But like literally every time I've gone to like pull this thing down and like look, I like want to cry. My mom like legit shuts it. I'm like, okay, no, I don't know why I'm looking. Chris, my lovely boyfriend, was like, send me a picture, and I went to like take a selfie, and I instantly was like, oh my god, like I'm about to have a heart attack. So I literally was like, I'm sorry, I just can't. Like I'm not looking, you guys, at myself from the front view for like a week because it's just so scary. It is day 8. We are 1 week out. The surgery was last Friday. Today is the following Friday. and I'm officially like not feeling like a patient anymore. I got the cast off yesterday. I was able to shower, wash my hair. I feel clean. I feel good. I feel normal. Yesterday the surgeon's like, you can sleep normal tonight. I was like, let's go. I just still can't really work out, which is a bummer because it's like my saving grace, but it's okay. Today we got back to tanning. It was just tanning weather. I can go outside. They said like put sunblock on your nose, but like I'm just gonna cover it completely. So we have the hat. Still feeling and looking congested and like an avatar. My cheeks are puffy, my nose is still swollen. This bridge here is the most swollen part. I look extremely like an avatar. It's legit protruding out. That's how swollen it is. But I will be hiding under this hat. My cheeks are still so puffy and yellow. It's definitely getting better though. Your top lip is numb and like the tip of your nose, like this whole area is like numb for so long. Fun fact, like weeks, maybe a couple months. And then my sense of taste and smell is still not back. Cannot taste anything, cannot smell anything. My smell has been affected though. Like certain things smell so bad. Like when my family was cooking dinner last night, I was like, this smells like trash. This smells like garbage. This smells disgusting. And so that's been kind of like an issue. I have to go downstairs, but I'll finish this video. The other thing, since it's so insanely thick, I've been like, to try and make myself feel better, like researching, Googling, YouTube videoing, which is like making me crazy. But I have seen on people who make YouTube videos that like it's gonna look really thick, could look like a potato from the front for a while, and like around like 3-4 weeks it will like really start to just be better. You just really need to trust the process. And so like I'm just convincing myself of that, which has been hard, but we're doing it. A lot of the comments are people being like, I've been crying every day, it's week 2. And then other people are like, no, it's okay, I promise. Like I was in your same position, like I was freaking out. But then once week 4 came around, I was like completely fine. And then everybody would report back and they'd be like, okay, yeah, it's been 2 weeks. It's week 4 for me. You're right. Like I'm fine now. So like those comments are helping me because I'm like, just trust the process. I had to go inside because it was raining. Right as I said, it was my first day back outside to tan. I love Frenchies. So let's not forget to trust the process. This is what it looked like immediately in the operating room after surgery over here. My surgeon actually sent me this and was like, enjoy recovery. And I'm like, oh my God. He actually wrote with this. He was like, the bridge is incredibly swollen in this photo. You can't even see how much I took it down. That's how swollen it is. So like this part right here, like is gonna be down and so much more. You just can't even see it. And then this is what I look like right now, which looks nothing like this. Like nothing. Especially the bridge part, which is like the part in between my eyes. Look how swollen it is. It's literally protruding forward. And that leads into my forehead, which is why I'm so sore right now on my forehead and why I look like an avatar. But this will go down around week 3. It'll start to really go down. We're entering week 2, basically like today. And so like I just want people to know, if they didn't happen to come across those comments, those same comments that I saw, that like this is normal. Like it's normal, and I'm trying to convince myself that it's normal, but I know it's normal. And like they say it's normal, everybody says it's normal. It's literally been 1 day since my cast came off, and so I just need to like relax, but I am literally hibernating under my hat. But my eyes will go back to normal. Swelling will definitely go down. I need to stop freaking myself out. If you're in my shoes, stop freaking out. I'm gonna do another YouTube video probably like 2 months post-op, and then like a 6 month, and then like a year. But yeah, from the side, can you see it from the side? It's day 9. I'm still looking so crazy. I just wanted to share a couple of things that you need to know before getting a nose job. So one of the most important ones is that when you sleep for about the first week, you have to sleep elevated and on your back. You could sleep in a recliner. I didn't do that. I slept in my bed just with a bunch of pillows, but I noticed that I did the best at night, like adhering to those rules, when I had a neck pillow on my neck. So I didn't even like see this anywhere. I just thought of this creatively on my own. But I used a neck pillow, like, you know, the neck pillows for the planes. I used one of those in my bed, and it like caught my head like rolling to the side. Another thing is, a week or so before your surgery, you should start taking bromelain and arnica. So arnica is like a gel to help with bruising, and then bromelain, I think is how you pronounce it, is like a pill or a tablet that helps with like swelling and I think bruising also. And people have reported that those are so helpful. I just completely forgot about it, and then when I remembered, I was like, it's too late. Like, I don't really care, I'm invincible. Don't think like me, don't be like me, because here I am, jokes on me, with so much friggin' swelling and bruising. And the other main thing is that you cannot work out for 2 weeks, so that one's kind of been really bothering me and kicking me to the curb, because that's just something that I love to do every day and I haven't been able to. I just can't wait to be able to like tan normally, work out normally, and eat normally, because I still don't have my friggin' sense of taste or smell. I don't even care about smell. I don't need a smell. I don't need a smell. Still gonna drop so much. And then this is obviously gonna get thinner. It's day 10 of recovery, the last day of this vlog. I'm looking slightly more normal. I'll make another vlog around either like 1 or 2 months in, so you can see the difference. But here it is right now. She's still a little scary, but it's okay. Oh, also, before I end off this vlog, I just, without getting too much into it, like, there were so many reasons that I wanted to get a nose job. I never told a single person that I hated my nose up until like probably the 2024, honestly. But I have created this like crazy monster of like what I looked like. And I don't dislike anything else about myself, honestly. Like, it was literally just my nose. This was like debilitating. And I don't think people will understand unless they like hear me say my why. I'll definitely talk more about it probably in the next video that I do, but it's all good now. Here we are. That's my story. Let me know if you have any questions and I will answer them below. I'll definitely make more videos on this. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.